Becky Hoover here again, Chair of the Programming Committee of the Cornell College Alumni Association. This is our second video for the 18 on the 18th program. It is the 18th of January. And our topic this month is going to be student life and how it impacts both the students at Cornell and also the post-Cornell experience. So our alumni spotlight this month is Maddie Ball, who's going to talk about what it was like coming in as a transfer student and how the opportunities at Cornell both made her feel welcome and also helped her determine her future. And Jack Luminog, the chair of the Director Selection and Awards Committee, is going to talk about how we recognize those Cornell alumni who are doing amazing things using those skills that they learned at Cornell to go out into the world and do amazing things. And I will do a short presentation on the student organizations that there are at the current time active at Cornell.
My name is Maddie Ball. I am a Cornell College alumna, class of 2016. Today, just in 2020, I am in my third year of law school at William & Mary in Virginia. Pretty soon I will be receiving my JD, which is very exciting. And then after that, I will be moving to California, taking the California bar exam, and then I'll be joining a firm and doing life science patent litigation in Palo Alto. Obviously, I didn't always know I would go to law school, but Cornell absolutely, completely helped me get here and really prepared me in a really meaningful way for law school and obviously, hopefully, as we'll find out soon, my future career in patent litigation. When I actually came to Cornell, I was a transfer student. I didn't start out as a freshman with everyone else. In fact, I was originally at a university in Manhattan, and I'm originally from Texas, from Dallas. So moving from my sophomore year to Iowa was a pretty big change, but it was great. Honestly, it was totally seamless. I was so afraid I wouldn't be able to make friends or be involved in the community, but Cornell was really welcoming. The Mount Vernon community was really welcoming. You know, it doesn't hurt that Iowa is really beautiful and very peaceful. So I was very happy with my transfer. In fact, immediately my orientation group became a very close group of friends, and it just all went from there. I was really involved as well, so I was a first-year mentor, for example, for the physics department, helping out with their astronomy courses. I was a first-year, I was a writing fellow in the writing studio, which is kind of like a peer mentor. Additionally, I was in Alpha Sigma Pi. I was in Aero, so I made a lot of friends there. Overall, my experience at Cornell was really well-rounded and really active, and I had a great time. Now, I didn't always know I wanted to go to law school or be a lawyer. In fact, both of my parents are attorneys, and growing up, I always said that the last thing I wanted to do was be an attorney, and obviously that didn't work out for me. But I couldn't be happier to be where I am now at William & Mary and pursuing a job in the legal field. A couple things really helped prepare me for this, which was that when I was at Cornell, I was a research assistant to Professor Shinada in the chemistry department while I was pursuing my biochemistry degree. And while I really enjoyed being in the lab and I really enjoyed the chemistry research itself, I was given the opportunity twice to present via poster the research at Cornell Student Symposium, where students from across all departments, from English to psychology, obviously chemistry, and so on, were able to share and talk about their research. And I realized that what I enjoyed most about my work in the lab was actually being able to discuss it and break it down into really logical chunks that were compelling and interesting to somebody that necessarily wouldn't know anything about that research to begin with. And the legal field is a lot like that too. You're taking really complex, oftentimes very archaic legal doctrines, and you have to find a way to make them compelling to a jury or to a judge. And that was one of the first times I realized that communication and explaining these kind of tough subjects to people in a really interesting way was what I wanted to do. The other big one was when I was a writing fellow in the writing studio, I spent a lot of time helping edit my peers' papers from the brainstorming phase all the way up to the final grammar edits. And I realized how much I enjoyed working with other people on writing projects and being able to kind of collaborate, much like you would in law school or in your job as a lawyer, writing briefs with a team of other attorneys. And that was something that was really exciting to me because I really learned that I like writing and I like writing about technical subjects. In fact, I'm on law review here at William & Mary, and I've been a note editor, and I've been basically reprising my role from the writing studio here, helping other law students write their student notes. In fact, my student note was able to be published, which was really exciting because I love to write that. And it's all about copyright issues in the world of video games, which was also a pretty interesting topic. So I can say without a doubt, Cornell super prepared me for law school, even in intangible ways, making me really outgoing, less shy, especially after transferring. And meeting new people and just being unafraid to kind of stand up and go up to the podium and moot an issue that's not something I'm familiar with. So I have a lot to thank Cornell for. Thank you so much, Cornell community. Thank you so much to the Alumni Board. I hope you all have a great 2020 and a great rest of your decade.
One of the things that continuously amazes me about Cornell is its ability to keep up with current student needs and desires. And the number of clubs and the types of clubs are an example of that. Currently, there are a number of active clubs that were not around when I was at Cornell in the early 80s. I'm certain there were others that were around previous to me that spoke to the student groups at that time. And so I thought it was a good time to review what is available to current day students, and we can all look at that and from our different perspectives and see how things have changed. So in the academic area, archaeological society, chemistry, there's a financial group, French club, geology club, German club, health professions, kinesiology, math, mortarboard, Olympians classics, Spanish, some are the same, some are different. Student media, our beloved KRNL and the Cornellian, I think those are pretty standard, and it's good to see that they're still surviving. In the fine arts area, there's slam poetry and spoken word, social dance, and a literary magazine, Boom. Politics and activism. So Cornell has always been a center of political discourse, and the various presidential candidates always come to visit, and it's interesting to see it's not just Democrats and Republicans, but the wider political discussion is here at Cornell as well. Multicultural and diversity. This has obviously changed with the changes in society, and it's good to see that there is a lot of recognition on the Cornell campus of the diversity of the world. And for a small school in a small town in Iowa, it is a great place for students to understand social diversity and get a taste of what that means for their lives. Club sports. This is pretty new. I mean, cheerleaders. Yes, there were cheerleaders. Esports is very new to Cornell. Ski and snowboarding club, ultimate frisbee club. Those are new. But they're fun. Religion and spirituality. I was amazed to see that there's a Hillel on campus. I would have found that valuable when I was there, but I found ways. So it's also good to see that Cornell maintains its heritage as a place of religious and spiritual thought, and diverse religious and spiritual thought. Special interest, American Sign Language is becoming a really huge deal, that more people find it useful to know. Obviously, American Sign Language has been around for a long time. And then the other groups, chess and games, coin club, computer science, ecology, get out of town, I don't know what that is. And there's PAC, Performing Arts and Activities Council, Rotary,
Rough Riders, Safe Words, Sci-Fi Club, and the Student Senate.
Hi, I'm Jack Luminog, Cornell College class of 1996, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my Cornell experience. I was a member and part of the leadership of Alpha Phi Omega, the National Service Fraternity, which has a chapter at Cornell, as well as a member of the Sigma Tau Social Group. I was very active in the leadership of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and I was the general manager of KRNL-FM, as well as a member of the media board. I absolutely loved my experience at Cornell College, which is why I'm so enthusiastic and honored to serve the college and our beloved 17,000 alums and growing each and every year. I'm here to also tell you a little bit about what it means to serve on the Cornell College Alumni Board of Directors. Each director serves a term, and that vote comes either in the fall or spring meeting, and that vote is by the entire alumni board. And the term lasts for 3 years. A director can opt to serve another term for 2 terms consecutively. Expectation of the role is to really be the eyes and ears for the good of all of our alumni, whether it's to nominate for director positions that come open, also for our annual alumni awards, as well as looking for ways to connect alums to our beloved Cornell College. We get reports from the college administration at our meetings, and we have opportunities from time to time to speak into what's going on at the campus on behalf of the alums that we are connected with. Time expectations will vary depending on the season that we're in. We meet in person on the campus twice a year. Once in the spring, that usually is a moving date. It's been in April the last few years, and at homecoming each year, and that coincides with the reunions that go on campus, as well as the convocation, where we honor the milestone reunions and give alumni awards. So between the in-person meetings, which happen twice a year, there's also occasional conference calls or video calls to get updates and to report in. Committee responsibilities are that each director serves on a subcommittee, and there are 3 standing committees of the Alumni Board. The first one is the one that I have the pleasure of chairing, and that is the Director Selections and Awards Committee. And that oversees the nominations for new directors coming in to the Alumni Board, as well as coordinating the nomination and slating of candidates for the annual Alumni Awards, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. There's also the Programming Committee, where we engage alumni through activities and events on and off campus, as well as encouraging regional club attendance, as well as making sure that our alums are aware of homecoming each year. And then there's the Communications Standing Committee that supports the college's efforts to communicate with alumni, thus encouraging engagement. So we do everything that we can to keep our alumni engaged and connected with the Hilltop through these subcommittees, as well as the work as the whole board, as we take counsel with one another, as well as offering our counsel and expertise to the college. I live in Atlanta, and it's been a joy for me to have a great reason/excuse to come back to the college twice a year since I've been serving on the alumni board. Let me tell you now about the awards that the Alumni Association confer each year. The first is the Distinguished Achievement Award. That is the highest joint honor that's given by the Alumni Association as well as the college. And it's given annually during homecoming convocation to 1 to 3 alumni. The Distinguished Achievement Award is based on outstanding generosity or service to the college or outstanding participation in community and civic affairs, as well as distinguished achievement in one's field of endeavor. We also confer the Leadership and Service Award. That's presented annually by the Alumni Association and the college. That's given to 1 to 3 alumni at homecoming convocation. These recipients have demonstrated outstanding leadership in their careers or their professions, and their work has either contributed to the betterment of their community or commitment to the college in some way. We also give the Young Alumni Achievement Award, and that's presented by the Alumni Association and the college. That's given during homecoming convocation to either 1 to 2 alumni annually, and they have celebrated their 15th class reunion or less. These recipients have demonstrated leadership in their professions, commitment to service, or have given a substantial commitment to the college in one form or fashion. Finally, the honorary alumni status is given from time to time by the Alumni Association as well as at the college. That's given to friends of the college to formally express gratitude for years of loyalty and service. We also have the privilege of awarding this to faculty members upon retirement, as well as select staff members upon retirement in recognition of their leadership and service to the college. So I've said a lot. Here's how you can help. 1, you can nominate yourself or someone you know to serve on the Alumni Association Board of Directors. That can be done on the Cornell website. And then secondly, you can nominate a worthy alum for the various awards I've just shared with you, these awards that we have to offer. That can also be done on the Cornell website. I hope you'll consider either joining us on the Alumni Association Board of Directors or nominating a worthy alumnus or alumna to receive one of our awards. And that way we can continue staying in touch with our 17,000 alums and growing each and every year.
Thank you, Maddie and Jack, for the information you provided about yourselves and about your experience at Cornell. And thank you, Jack, for explaining the awards. Before all of you go, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and especially clicking on the notifications. It is pretty easy to remember that the video gets uploaded on the 18th of the month, but as we all lose track of time and don't realize it is the 18th of the month, this will help notify you that a new video has been uploaded. And we have a new question of the month. We're interested in finding out what student organizations you belong to and what impact those had on your post-Cornell life. So thank you for watching our second video, and please continue to look forward to videos on the 18th of every month. Thank you.